Hello, family. This is Linda. So I'm out in my garden and it's about 4, close to 5 o'clock in the evening. I'm just getting home. But I wanted to share this with you all. Now, I have been out in my garden for a while, dropping a few seeds, filling up some cups, dropping seeds, direct sowing, right? But I have not been in my garden as much as I would be, right? So as you all know, Ben was in the hospital and Ben was ill and he is home, but Ben is not 100. He still have residuals from this thing. He is begging me to get out in the garden and cut the grass, and I'm telling him if I catch him in my garden, so because he have not been in this garden, this is what you see. And y'all, this is not me. This is not something that no, I don't like being in my garden when my grass need to be cut like this. This is wild, just growing wild, right? So tomorrow I have another young man. He's gonna come and cut the grass. And Ben was like, what? I'm like, yeah, we're gonna have this little dude. He gonna come cut this grass. So he was a little upset about it, but I told him it's for the best. So he agreed and all is gonna be well. And I can get in my garden and really enjoy it because I don't enjoy this. Y'all, not at all. So I'm going to be sharing more videos with you all on me getting my garden together because there are some changes I will be making. I will be eliminating a couple of beds. I will be putting beds in a different place this season. But yeah, we're going to do some things a little different. But I just got to get this grass cut before I can get out here and really enjoy the day being in my garden, right? But tomorrow, this will be cut. Amen. Amen. But like all of my vegetables I've dropped, they are doing well. Like these are my white potatoes. How gorgeous. And it is overcast. Now, I don't think it have rain in the forecast, but it's overcast out here. Yeah, ask me how I know. Not just because I can see it, but baby, my body feel it. I am the weather lady, you heard me? All of my trees are waking up. The fig tree, that's Black Mission. The Black Italian, and of course the peach tree. They all are waking up, baby. They all are waking up. Yeah. And this is my cabbage. She's still doing her thing. I've been eating a lot of her leaves, and before long I probably will be eating more leaves than a ball. Leaves is good, y'all. It's good. This is my artichoke plant, and it is just getting huge back here. She's doing great. Absolutely. Yeah. That's the sugarcane I have not harvested. This is the smaller batch of sugarcane, and yeah, I'm gonna get them down though. Yeah, but this is the smaller batch of sugarcane. So this is a 20-gallon container. Now, you can plant your sugarcane in a container or in the ground. Yes, you can. Any one you want to do, right? But just know that sugarcane will continuously multiply. It will. So beware of that. So this is a piece of sugarcane that I have, and this is what I want you to see. You see those nodes? They have nodes like this way. There is nodes at the bottom going the other way. So what I want to say is that the sugar canes is going to come from these nodes. Now, one is pointing down. If you plant it this way for this one, then you may think this one is going to go down. But listen, the nodes and the sugar cane will find their way up to the top. Don't worry about planting the nodes going down. It's all right. They're going to find their way up. All right. And this is just how I do it. Now, there are many ways you can drop sugar cane. I've seen people put sugar cane in water, to these nodes here. And of course, the roots is going to grow from these nodes. And once they get the roots, then they plant it, right? This is just what I do, okay? I just take my sugar cane, I make a little trough in the ground or in the container like this, and I just cover it up. That is it. That is all. And give it some water. That's it, family. That is it. Okay? All right. So these are my 2 mulberry cuttings where I just cut them off the tree and just stuck them here in the soil. And this is the other one. Yeah. I will be putting them in a large pot, but I'm gonna only put one to a pot. Yeah, it's mulberries. So this is my small batch of calendulas. Now I am just harvesting flowers, but I'm also harvesting seeds. Yeah. Those are the seeds. So I'm just putting the seeds in this cup. And I'm going to first allow my flowers to dry. Now, I know a lot of people just take the fresh flowers, put it in oil, and make their salves. But just like all herbs that I know, when you allow them to dry, they are more potent when they are dry than when they are fresh. So we're going to put them in a brown paper bag and I'm going to let them dry. And when they dry, I'm going to make some salves. Now, I used to use olive oil to make my salves, but olive oils have a really distinguishing smell. So I'm going to use grapeseed oil for my salves because grapeseed oil does not have a smell. So I want this to be just plain old calendula. And it's going to be for Jody for her hands. She get a lot of scaly, flaky skin on her hands. She wash her hands so much. And yeah, so I think this is going to be great for her hands and for her feet, my feet, Jada's feet. So we can have pretty feet, baby. We gonna have pretty feet. But this is my calendula, y'all. So Jody is helping me today. That's good, Jody.
Okay. Now that's good.
Yeah, that's good. You leave it right there.
Okay. And then just
spread it out. So this is the bed I'm gonna drop cucumbers. Yeah, they're all family. They gonna grow up together. That's good right there, Judy.
yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
Mama appreciate you.
Ain't no problem with it.
Ain't no problem. Go eat, girl. All right, family. All right, so let me share with you all the plants I'm going to drop today. But before that, I did receive some mail today, and this is from Stacy. This is Veggie Baby, Veggie Farming. She sent me some seeds. So I told her, we were talking about cushaw squash. And I wanted to grow some cushaw squash. So this is what she sent to me. So she sent me this from House Tools, the Seminoles pumpkin. I've never grown pumpkin. I'm gonna grow some pumpkin. I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna drop the seeds, y'all. And here are the cushaw squash that I wanted to drop because, yep, I never dropped cushaw squash. Let's drop it, y'all. She also sent me some of these really, really cute zinnias here. There they are. That is too cute. So we're gonna drop these zinnias. Now the other, thank you, baby. You know I love you. Thank you, honey. So this is another squash I'm gonna drop. This is a patty pan squash. I'm gonna drop that. And I'm gonna drop this is the mashed potato squash. This is my first time ever dropping the mashed potato squash, but we're gonna drop her. I'm looking forward to this. Almost makes you think about a spaghetti squash, right? Also, these patty pan squash, yellow and white. Now, I do have some spaghetti squash and Georgia roaster squash, and those are the other squashes I'm going to drop. Now, I'm dropping, as far as the squash, 1 seed per variety. I have so many. I don't want my yard to be just loaded with, but I'm going to drop 1 seed to each variety. Now, I'm going to drop those seeds tomorrow. And then the weekend, I'm dropping my cucumbers. I'm going to share with you all the cucumbers I will be dropping. But this is it, and this is what I'm going to do today. So now, I'm going to get some lunch, y'all. It's lunchtime. All right, family. Here we go. Okay, before I forget, I wanted to share, these are some sunflower seeds that I harvest from my sunflowers I grew last season. I'm going to drop some of these, maybe about 10. Yeah, I'm going to drop it, y'all. All right, family. So today, family, I walked out to my garden to find out what can I harvest to eat. These are chives. But listen, I shared a story about my father. He was raised in northern Louisiana. And when I used to ask my father, what are we gonna have for lunch? He said, whatever that move, baby, whatever that moves, that is lunch. So today, when I walk out in my garden, I say, whatever that is ready to harvest, that is what I'm gonna have for lunch. So I'll harvest some cauliflower and carrots. These are my wraps I'm going to use. Now, I steamed my vegetables about 5 minutes before I put them in the wraps. Right, and I just cleaned them up really well and chopped them up. Yeah, they are beautiful. These are wonderful. Listen, I don't need a lot, right? You don't need a huge harvest in order to eat from your garden daily, right? So this is what I'm doing. I'm just getting it all together, and I'm gonna make sure that I get a very good lunch, right? That's what I'm doing. And this is a part of that broccoli romanesco. I got a piece of her too. Yeah. Now these are the wraps I'm using, and so now I steamed them. I lined them up in my wrap, and I made a little egg whitewash, and I kind of put that on the sides of it just to hold it down, hold the wrap together to keep all my vegetables inside. So I did 4. Now I'm only gonna eat 2 for lunch, and I'm gonna save 2 for dinner. And now I am frying them in my cast iron skillet. Yeah, they are delicious, family. Absolutely delicious. So here we go. And now this is it. This is my lunch. So I made me some tea from my lemongrass that I had. So I made some lemonade tea from that, and it was delicious, family. I had a wonderful lunch. And now I gotta wait for about an hour before I go back in my garden because I am just full, y'all. I'm full. It's so hot. So this is some ranch dressing I have on the side for dipping, but I also drizzled some honey on top of my wraps. I don't know if you can see that, but that glycerin you see, that is honey, baby. That's honey. This thing is so good, y'all. It's so good. So whatever that is ready in my garden, that's what I eat.